you to get the grips that you specifically want, depending on the takedown or the guard pull that you want to execute, right? So I don't want to just be out here like letting him get whatever grips, right? And I have no path or idea where I want to go, right? So if he's got grips I don't like, I need to work on stripping those grips, right? Stripping up, getting the grips I want, depending on what kind of takedown I want to go for, right? Or guard pull. So we're going to look at a collar drag first. Now, a couple weeks ago, we were working on a little hub that had this cross sleeve and cross collar that I had learned from my coach. We were going over a knee tap there, we were going to the shin to shin and the quarter drop sail. So this works in great as this is the same grip configuration, right? So we're going to work in stripping the grip with this, just a little exercise. So if my partner has this collar grip, right, I'm going to come in, I'm going to grab underneath the forearm and wrist, and then I'm going to bring my other hand right on the fat of the palm, right, and the thumb. You can kind of roll the thumb down a little bit to strip, but this is where I'm going to get set in my base, right, core nice and tight. I'm going to make a deadlift motion, and I'm going to strip this down as I kind of shift my head and back, right? So I'm really using my core, and I'm stripping away, and it might take a few times to chisel it away, and then I'm going to get this nice sleeve grip. So I'm using my knuckles and four fingers to punch, nice stiff arm. Then I'm going to come in for this cross sleeve grip, okay? So what I want to do here, I'm always going to try and break my partner's posture down, but we're going to do a collar drag. So you'll see this a lot like in guards like butterfly. You can do a collar / arm drag, or even from half guard. So we're doing the same kind of idea where I want to get him past me and onto the ground. So Corey's probably going to, hopefully not face plant, but post into turtle position, or he might get on his side depending. It's not going to be a perfect response, but those are the typical reactions. And this looks kind of like a backdrop, a lateral backdrop from when we're on the back, but I'm going to step up, and then I'm going to just bring my leg out to block. So I'm not tripping him. He's going to kind of fall over my leg, right? To keep in mind with the upper body, I'm kind of guiding his arm through this way, and I want to think about bringing my elbow to my hip. Okay, that's what's really like pulling him. I'm bringing this rotation. So I'm using like my back muscles, right, to pull him down. I don't want to just separate. So we're moving around, right? I like to kind of push him. When I'm ready, just like that. This is a great response. Like people might come right on their side, right? And then I can come into a nice north-south position or get side control, but I need to make sure that I control the legs so he doesn't lose guard. So I can come in, flatten him out, and get into my position, right? We'll go to north-south. If he turtles, I want to come in and control the hips, okay? So let's look at that again. So we're here, my partner's gonna grip. Here, I want to practice stripping the grip. Get my forefinger grip, I'm punching this away. I don't want him to stay close so he can re-grip, right? So we're steering that away, getting the collar grip. I can still come in with my head, right? Move them, snap them down. When I'm ready, I'm gonna step up. Okay, because I want to get this in movement, but I'm slowing it down. Step up, and this leg's going to come down. So we're keep that, and up. So I'm falling on my hip. I don't want to fall on my back, because then he's going to come up on top, right? I need momentum to be able to come up right away. So when he's in turtle here, right, I landed on my hip, potentially like posting with my elbow or hand. Then I can come up, let go of that grip, and control his hips. So Corey's going to have my collar grip. I have his. He's going to grab. Typically people will grab and kind of like flare out at the elbow, right? You can see sleeve grip sometimes if they don't have this neutral grip, or you're going to see like an elbow grip. And that's really just taking the material underneath the elbow, right? I get like this 4-finger grip, and then I just flare it out. So I have like a lot of control here. I can open him up, move him, we could dance. This could be like a lot of judo stuff. So in this position, I'm still, trying to bring him down and move. We're always really conscious of that. But if I'm here and I'm trying to like break this grip, right, that can be really hard. If there's I'm like, this guy's super strong and I can't break it. I'm going to talk about how we can get around it and still finish a takedown. So what I want to do, especially if we're moving and I'm kind of at like a diagonal or angle with him, I'm going to square up. So I square up. That gives me a little more room to bring my elbow on the inside. Okay? So we're here. I'm going to come in. I'm going to circle my elbow. So I'm leading with my elbow. And this is based on him not letting go of this grip. Okay? So I circle. As I circle, I'm going to drop. I'm going to get perpendicular with him, almost like that quarter drop sail. I'm going to drop to my shins and grab behind his knee. I anchor down on this lapel, still bringing my elbow to my hip, and I finish the rotation and take him down, open him up, come in, and get to side control. Okay? So the theme here, guys, we really need to use like our elbow to the hip as an anchor. Like my body weight is the anchor to get him down. If I'm separated, right, I can't just pull his body weight or break his posture when I'm this far away from him, right, and I'm not using the structure of my elbow. Like T-Rex arms or when we open the pickle jar, right, we do all that. We have more strength because we can use our entire body when our elbows are close to us. So same thing. When you think about it, you're like, yeah, that's hard. So we're here in this position. We're moving around, right? And I can't break this grip. So I'm going to step in, circle, drop. I have good posture with my head, right? Neck and spine in alignment. I continue to pull. I'm hugging behind his knee. And then I pull and circle down. So I rotate him slightly. I use my head. Come in to side control. Okay? So we're just coming on the inside, circling with the elbow. I'm here. Step in. I circle. Drop. And then rotate. And come into side. I'm going to step in and see if you can like open up and steer your partner. I step in. Circle. Drop. Grab. Elbow to the hip. Use the head. Always using the head. And then coming in to side control.
Is the idea that the drop with the lock is what taking him down?
Yes.
So the back is not really, it's more just to contain?
I want to hold on to his leg so I can finish the rotation because I'm kind of like steering him.
Okay, got it. But that's
His
not like
upper and
pushing
lower
up, pushing
body.
with the leg. It's more just like...
Not pushing, I'm rotating.
Got it.
Like I'm tilting him.
Okay.
So it's almost like not quite like a single where I like have that pinch, but I am like steering his leg and the lapel to get him down. Right? Any other questions? Okay, let's take a shot. 1, 2, 3. Let's talk about a guard pull. Couple guard pulls. Guard pulls aren't necessarily easy. You can get a real shitty guard pull. Okay? People can pass you, especially if you're not making connection or having your points of connection, foot on the hip, right? To really create that leverage and break their posture. It can be easy for them potentially to intercept the leg, or if I have a sloppy bad pull, they can just come, I could pull them literally right into side control. Okay, so, and I'm not talking about like just sitting down to your butt, I'm talking about like a basic guard pull close guard. You could pull to De La Hiva, you could pull to all different guards that you want, right? We're talking about like half guard, like we did kind of off that collar drag variation. But this is just a regular old school close guard, guard pull. Now, there's a couple different ways we can do this. I can pull if I have the sleeve or the collar, or if we're in this neutral position like we just were, right? And I have the side of the elbow here, I'm moving around. I can go in either hip, okay? If I go in the opposite hip of where his, or the same side hip where I have this lapel, then I could potentially get an arm bar on this side, okay? But some people will say you don't want to put your foot on this hip because he's got this long sleeve and they get swatted, right? So I still have to really work on timing with guard pulling. I also don't want Corey upright and I try and pull guard here. It's just like in passing how we talk about being like, you know, you have armor and you're bringing your hips forward and you're creating all that pressure utilizing your hips. I need like a crevice to put my foot, right? So I need to break his posture down. We're still moving around and I'm looking for timing, right? And then here, I'm gonna have a nice place to set my foot. So as we're here, I'm gonna step in closer. I kind of get at a diagonal, right? And then I'm going to do a single leg squat, put my foot on the hip, and here we have tension. Okay, so I'm kind of stopping him for a second. Here I have nice tension. I don't want to overextend my leg as it can slide through or just pop off, right? You wouldn't come down into my guard, you probably pass at that point, but come back up. So if I have my knee slightly bent, right, I have good mobility. I can stay connected with him. I want to create this push-pull. So I'm pulling with the sleeve grip, the collar grip, right, and I'm pushing against his hip so he keeps his butt back and his posture broken. Okay, I kind of opened up. I like to go to this little half circle so then I have momentum to spin back in to close my guard or put my other foot on the hip or get to wherever I'd like to play, right? But here, I could rotate him. On this side, I can use the collar grip and punch, and then I can come up for a nice arm bar, whether he stays standing or falls to his back. I can go for the arm bar finish. I can isolate that arm. I'm just steering him with that collar grip so I get that angle. Just pop back up for a second for me. We're gonna get this position again. If I don't like that, arm bar, right? I can literally just swing back in. So I'm lifting my hips. If I want to go to close guard here, right? You could ask to go to De La Hiva. But if I want to go to close, I'm gonna step my foot on his hip and I'm gonna lift my hips and like spin back in towards him. I'm gonna bring my legs really high on his back. I'm gonna shoulder walk and pull my legs in so that I break his posture. Sometimes if there's a lot of momentum and it happens fast, I'll break him down to his knees right away. If I don't and he stays standing, right, I wanna climb his upper back, pull my knees into me, and shoulder walk back, right? Otherwise, we have lots of sweep opportunities there. Of course, like I said, you can get to whatever guard you'd like, different open guards. I just really want my full points of contact, and I can start off balance and going for sweeps, or pulling him in and start setting up attacks. So, I can also try the other side and see what's more comfortable. This side, I've got control of the arm. You're here, moving and grooving, right? I put the foot in the hip. Same thing. I lift my hips. Close. I've got his posture broken. I can start setting up whatever I'd like. Okay? But I like creating that little, even if we're here, right, wherever I'm at, that little half circle, right? And come out, step on his hip, lift myself up. I'm bringing my hips to him as I'm pulling him down towards me. Nice and heavy. And then I pull him in. That's heavy on his back, right? If I stay towards his butt, he can keep his posture and he can stay standing, right? Which will then force me to start maybe, getting to other positions, right? Or getting both feet on the hips, right? I always want the 4 points of contact. But those are just basic options for a good closed guard pull, or being able to then transition to other open guard moves, right? But we want to make connection, foot on the hip, and breaking the posture, right? I like to create that little angle so that I can lift my hips and swing back in, okay?